Now this is the time for the wonderful fireside chat today that we have. We have admitted us all eminent speakers, and the topic today are boosting your business through digital. I will introduce my speakers here. So we have Mr. Rajan Pathak. He's MD Finsto. He will be the moderator of this fireside chat today. Then we have Finsto partner Mr. Madhav Bhushan, partner Bharat Bhushan and Company. We have Mr. Amit Bhatia, IFA. He's again a Finso partner. I welcome all of you to the platform today and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much, Dimple, to introduction. So since morning we are listening all great stars of the industry related to how to manage the money, or we confident our clients' monies are in right hands, and performance will be there in near future also. As they are handling our clients' money, or we are satisfied that our clients are in right hands. So we need as a distributor, as a financial advisor, so how we our clients get right service through digital world. So what type of digitalization is required to handle our clients' requirement and services? So this is a new era, and new financial advisor, wealth planner, and MFDs are coming in the market. So this is a great news for industry and a healthy environment. I introduce Mr. Madhav Bhushan. He is a young chap. He is joined his third generation business. So I can understand what type of clientele and what type of asset classes they are offering to their clients. So Madhav is heading their business development strategy and new technology and implement for their clients as well as their business. Amit also is very old in this industry, has more than around 20 years experience. He has experience with asset management company. He understands ecosystem as well as what is the requirement of client. He has experience with the principal AMC and last with DSP Medellins. So he decided to move out of corporate world and start his own wealth management and handle their clients through digitalization. So last 8 to 9 months, we know this is very tough months for across the world, and in this volatile market when you can't reach to your clients. So this is the best time how to we can understand in this both young chaps how they reach to their clients in this difficult time through this digitalization. My question to Amit first, during this say last 8 months, because everybody is facing too much going on, how you have been interacting with your clients, given that earlier most physical meetings were not able to done.
Thanks, Rajan, for inviting me over and letting me give you an insight of this. But interestingly, I started this business about a year and a half back, and COVID had been very challenging, but COVID also taught us a lot of things. The most interesting part what COVID taught us was how to interact with clients with the new era. So initially when I started, everyone wanted, the demand always used to be physical meetings, sitting across the table and explaining them about markets. But now in the last couple of months, it started with, generic phone calls. Then it started moving towards more video conferencing, and then finally ended up with, WhatsApp calls and WhatsApp video calling. But what ultimately the client wanted was, when do you need the doctor the most? When you're sick. So the client during this volatility wanted us the maximum. So the client holding in these times had been utmost importance, and everything has now moved to digital. So what I'm trying to, my point across here is very simple, that today the client needs you, and there are enough effective ways of interacting with the client through digital media. So that has been in the last 6 months, that is what has changed in the last 6 months in terms of interacting with clients.
Okay, so this interaction will come through app also?
So precisely my point, this actually comes through an app. What client wants is an app where he can access his portfolios, as well as he can understand his portfolio well. So an app has been a boom for everyone today as a client, including the advisor.
Yeah, thanks, Amit. So, Madhav, what's your experience? You also face the same, or you're also doing the same type of experience on the communication side?
Yes, first of all, hi Rajan, thank you for having me here, and hi Amit, nice to see you.
Nice to see
So,
you.
I think in this period it's been very challenging, but it's also brought about much needed change because what happens is that, Amit mentioned, that a lot of clients insisted on physical meetings earlier. Now, when you go into a physical meeting, sometimes you don't know where the discussion is going to go, and you need to explain a few things, and that has become easier in online meetings because then I can share my screen and show data, which otherwise, it's very difficult to take count for in physical meetings because you either take printouts or, I mean, you have to then boot your laptop up and show them something. So that has made it easier. Secondly, we deal with clients in all age groups, and majority of the large clients are actually people who've already done very well for themselves, who are maybe aged over 50 to 60 years. So they are sometimes a little slower to adopt technology. And because of this change, even they have been very proactive in terms of adopting technology and being open to meeting digitally. So a Zoom call or a Skype call. So it's actually been good for both the distributor and the client.
Yeah, you're right, Madhav. So, but did you feel that the level of frequency of communication is increased in last say, 8 to 9 months?
Yes, it definitely has. And I think another thing was that a lot of people, because some businesses were had come to a complete standstill due to the lockdown, so everyone had more time on their hands also.
Hmm.
So the interesting part was that a lot of people looked at the markets and their investments very closely because this was the way they could keep themselves occupied, and it led to detailed discussions, and it helped us also because we got time to explain why we have built a portfolio in a certain manner, what is the importance of asset allocation in that portfolio, and we could see on a live example that how that asset allocation is helping the portfolio outperform the market. So when the market was down 30%, your portfolio is maybe down 7 to 8%, which is showing that you cushioned that fall using adequate diversification in the portfolio.
So great, yeah, you're doing great job because asset allocation is very important for any client to reduce his risk. So what type of digital or what type of platform you're using to monitor your client's risk profile and asset allocations?
So far we were using largely Excel sheets where we had prepared in-house for arriving at an appropriate asset allocation. And for risk profiling, we had a set of questions that we used to ask the client, and then we used to proceed. But slowly we are wanting to move to a good recognized software which uses analytics to help us identify the correct risk profile of the client and also give us an appropriate asset allocation. So we are working towards that, but right now it's largely based out of Excel sheets.
Yeah, so definitely maybe very soon Finso can help you for this. So Amit, this is the same question for you. So what type of frequency you feel in last 7 to 8 months is increased in communication side front of you?
So interestingly, I second what Madhav said, absolutely, that actually the frequency has gone up drastically. Yeah. What I remember in my corporate days, I worked in the fiduciary business for 19 years. I always remember two things. One was how to structure a conversation with a client and how to do a follow-up. Now with this, the new digitalization happening, these two have been solved completely. You know exactly what you want to talk to the client. It is very well structured because you know what you're demonstrating to him. Two is that the frequency of follow-up, because initially what used to happen, if you remember, we used to just pen it down in the diaries, and then after 7 days, 10 days, you need to call a client. Now everything is pops up in your screen. You know exactly what you want to talk to the client. When do you want to talk to the client? So that has really, really helped, and clients have started to appreciate that. If you look at internationally, also people understand the value of time. So this
Yeah.
has also created that initiative. So I would personally say that it has been a boom in terms of interacting with client and a better structured conversation.
Yeah, what I feel, as per my experience, because of the after this 8 or 9 months digitalization, now there is no boundaries. You both are very young, so you should not be restrict yourself only in Delhi or maybe in Chandigarh. So because you have the expertise, or your expertise can go beyond your boundaries. So this is a more benefit. What do you feel on that? Okay, how you can use this digital world to reach your client, maybe Kanyakumari to Kashmir and maybe Dubai to Singapore, whatever Indians are sitting there.
Rajan, honestly speaking, if I have say about 100 clients, just for a number, out of which 80 are sitting outside of Chandigarh.
Very good.
So that's the boon of being digitalized. So honestly, I hardly have clients in Chandigarh. So it gives you wings not only to meet clients domestically, but also to acquire NRIs internationally. So that has been a big boom. And honestly, paperless transactions today, with ease of doing business, is absolutely fantastic. I initially used to use a lot of apps from the mutual fund manufacturers itself, but now I'm using which is like Finso, where the capabilities of doing the business becomes far more easier.
Great. So how do your client react on volatility and uncertainty in maybe because last 9 to 10 months are very tough for any investor because they're seeing peak and they're seeing bottom and now again they are in same stream. So Amit, what is your take on that?
To be very honest, Rajan, if I say that they did not react, they did react, and everyone was concerned. And they were really concerned, especially when in March the markets tanked, and they tanked heavily. And all these investors are old investors. One is the new set of clients you acquire, and the other is the old set of clients you nurture. So the old set of clients were the most bothered ones, purely because they had seen a large fall in their portfolios, especially the equity portfolios, and as well as debts were also not doing too well. Frankly, added that to it. But the volatility had really bothered them a lot. That was the time where you actually had to handhold the client and explain the benefits of investment, long-term investments, and what the time in terms that these volatile times actually give you a thesis to invest more. These are times where you make money. These are the times when you have to put your sensibility in. It's very difficult to say now. It's in hindsight is very easy. No one thought that the markets will have such a sharp recovery in 6 months only. But that time to explain to the client, I got fortunate because I just entered about a year back. So whatever I acquired in the last 1 year, all portfolios are looking very nice. For me, it has been a double boom. But yes, volatility does bother the client a lot. And that's the time when you actually have to handhold the client. If that's the time you can explain him the product and the thesis correctly, these clients will stay with you for life.
Yeah, I think this type of time if maybe entire industry can think beyond of whatever product or maybe asset class they are sharing with the client. So my idea from day one, if we can diversify our client's portfolio, means we can diversify our own balance sheet also. So this is not only one side, this is our side also. So we have to do proper asset allocation of it. We have to offer more and more product, whatever products are available, maybe in India or abroad. So we need some seamless platforms who can give this access, okay, how we can go invest out of India also. So we can reduce the risk of our investor. We can't say that we can do zero risk for our investor, but we can reduce the risk of the investor. So, Madhav, what is your take on volatility and uncertainty? How your clients are reacting in this, or how you handle that?
Sure. I'll agree with Amit partially here. So we saw a lot of panic and concern with debt investors because people enter debt because they want stability, they want security. And there was a big concern over credit risk during the COVID period. So while there was panic on the debt side, surprisingly, there was a lot of excitement on the equity side because for some reason, I think most of the experienced clients had actually seen the fall of 2008 and the subsequent rise and how if they stayed, they made money. And if they had exited, they lost out on opportunities. So fortunately for us, we did not see hurried redemptions. We did not see stopping of SIPs. Also, yeah, I'm not saying we had new SIPs come in, but SIPs continued. There was lump sum purchases at different levels. So we had defined index levels where we were entering at every 200 point Nifty fall. investing in lump sum. So clients were excited that when it kept them engaged. And another opportunity in this volatility that we got was that even clients who were no longer working with us or were working with us in a limited capacity, they also reached out to multiple people to get different viewpoints on how to approach this crisis. And so you were in communication with clients that you were trying to acquire, and post, a quick recovery, like Amit said, that it's also been a double boom. So they've now been very keen in terms of entering, because they feel that they don't want to miss out any longer, because there was a period from August to October where people were just sitting on money. You were meeting clients, they said, okay, let's go ahead, but the market is looking too high, and the market kept going up. So I think that's it's been very volatile, but it's also been a great opportunity for all of us.
Great. So my question for Amit, for you. So how has your relationship been affected by this physical to virtual shift? So there is any impact? The guys are still feel you should come and meet and face to face and convince and deliver whatever they want.
So I'll explain you the demographics of how clients used to approach prior to this. If I have to just slice and dice it, clients above 45 years and plus would prefer to meet physically more, and the younger generation preferred the virtual platforms. So if you have to see the demography of the style of investment, so 21 to 30 were predominantly online. 30 to 45 were a mix of back, and 45 plus would prefer meeting online, physically. What has happened now lately is I have had clients who are 70 plus. They are not technologically savvy, but all of them are now accessing online platforms. They prefer doing a paperless transaction purely because they want to be safer than anything else. So what we taught them is, because rather than meeting someone, they can, if they have the capability of doing it in-house, they'll prefer it. So I have one client which is 92 years old. He's never used a mobile phone for technology purposes, and now he does a transaction by himself.
Wow.
So COVID has taught us a lot, and actually they've got me closer to my clients. So I think the virtual shift has been better for me, and I think it would be the same for everyone.
Yeah. This is a great case. 19-year-old our citizen, senior citizen, is ready to accept it digitally and is ready to do transaction on through that. So this is a big achievement. It's a big achievement for entire industry, or maybe for simplicity of the technology. So I think now Dimple is here. So maybe there is some indication for us is over. So a lot of this is still pending, but yeah, Dimple, if there is any question, so we are happy to take this question.
Yeah, so thank you so much, all of you, today being a part of our annual wealth management event. And this time it's very different for all of us experiencing it virtual this time, unlike other years when we used to have offline events. So once again, thank you so much, because the topic that we had, discussed, you had chosen today, boosting your business to digital, is something which everyone is, I think, learned in this COVID times, and we are still preparing ourselves going ahead. Thank you so much for the wonderful discussion and insights that have been shared by all three of you. I would congratulate and thank you for being present on the platform today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Madhav. Thank you, Amit.
Thank you.